Hey everybody, it's Thursday, and that means it's time for another weekly update. And I'm Jeff, and I got this really cool shirt for Christmas. It's a reference to an old 80s movie that if you get, you get. But I don't want anybody worried about this part down here, because it's more of a movie reference than promoting any sort of adult beverage. So, moving on. Did you know that the check engine light on your car is important? I know. I had it come on my Jeep, and I didn't know what to do about it, and so I went online, and I looked online, and I found 625 different reasons that light might come on. And I'm not making up that number. I actually counted. 625 different reasons that light can come on in my car. And I know some of you mechanics out there are like, well, just take it to the dealer or take it to an auto parts store and let them check the code, and then you know exactly what it is. But that overestimates my ability to get smart things done. Instead, what I did was I poked around online a little more, and the number one by far reason that the check engine light comes on in a Jeep Wrangler is because you have bad gasoline in your tank. Like, something's wrong with the gas cap, or just the fumes, or it wasn't a very good, octane, or it wasn't a good year for gas. I don't know what that means, but it basically was telling me, just keep driving, and eventually, if it goes off, you know it was gasoline. And I thought, weird. But of course, that appealed to my sense of laziness, and so that's what I did. And guess what? The light went off. I know. Cool, huh? Well, it made me think. Sometimes our check engine lights go on metaphorically, physically, spiritually, emotionally. And it could be any number of things. 625 seems a little low for the reasons why we might be having rough times or rough days and feel distant from God or just frustrated with the world. And you could look around and you could poke around and you could try to figure it out and maybe go see professional help to help you figure it out. And those are all good things. But the Bible teaches one of the main reasons why that check engine light comes on is because we're trying too hard to do things on our own strength. If you were here Sunday, I did a sermon on Nehemiah to kind of drive our vision for 2022. And the story of Nehemiah is that he came back from the Persian exile to rebuild the wall. And there was another guy who came back from the Persian exile to build the temple, a guy named Zerubbabel. And he came with Ezra, and the book of Ezra is about that. But there's a prophet, Zechariah, that spoke to Zerubbabel and the people about the rebuilding of the temple. And Zechariah the prophet said, "This is what the Lord of hosts says to you, Zerubbabel. This won't be done by your power, by your strength. It'll be done by my Spirit." And then in John chapter 6, Jesus is telling the disciples about himself and eating his flesh and drinking his blood, and the idea of what now we celebrate as communion and the Lord's Supper. And they're like, that's weird. Why would we need to be cannibals? And he's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Here's what I'm talking about, guys. The flesh accounts for nothing. Your effort and pursuit of religiosity or any sort of ritual accounts for nothing. The Spirit is the one who gives life. And so if your check engine light is going on right now, I wanted to just encourage you today that one of the best ways to deal with that is to give yourself over to the Holy Spirit today. Let Him be your power. Let Him be the one who determines what's going to happen in you, through you, and with you today. Now, that's not going to make everything magically better, but it certainly will help. If we fill our gas tanks with our own effort and our own willpower, it's dirty gas. What we need is the right fuel, the fuel of the Holy Spirit, to give us energy and power and focus and the types of things that only God can provide. And if you have Christ, you have the Holy Spirit, and that means His power is at work in you. And that is the correct fuel for living the Christian life. And so I just want to encourage you with that today, if in fact your spiritual check engine light is flashing. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on here in the Life of Grace Church this month, this week, including things like this. This Sunday, we are starting a brand new series on the life of Joseph in the Old Testament. Not Joseph in the New Testament. We don't know much about his life. But Joseph in the Old Testament, you know, the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat guy. We're going to do a whole series on him starting this Sunday, and it's going to be great. 8:30, 10:15. We also have adult ed at both hours. We have children's ministry, youth ministry. We'd love for you all to come. However, you may notice that there are spikes right now in COVID cases, not just in Boulder County, but all over the world. So be careful, be smart. If you're not feeling well, please enjoy us online. We will be live streaming the 8:30 service. A couple other things that are going on. We're starting our Wednesday night family nights next Wednesday, the 19th. That means youth ministry, kids ministry, and adult ed classes. So we'd love for you to come participate in that. That is 6:30 to 8 o'clock every Wednesday night, starting next Wednesday. At the end of this month, we'll have a Super Sunday the 30th, which is our Global Focus Sunday, and we will have a baptistry ready to go. So if you believe and follow Jesus, but you've never been baptized, we need to get that right. So let us know, office@gracelongmont.org, and we will schedule for that and let you know everything that goes along with that. Now, there's a lot more going on, including an elements class that's starting if you want to pursue membership here or just find out more about our church. Pizza with the Pastor's coming up. So here's what you do. You check your Friday email that comes through with all those details, and you mark your calendars with that kind of thing. And if you don't get a Friday email, let us know. We can get you on the list, office@gracelongmont.org. So until next time, I'm Jeff, and you're you, and God is God, and He did not give us any more rules to follow Him. He gave us His Spirit.